Today we are doing some Q&A. Roll that intro.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks in.
Relativism. How do we approach the devout of other religions since they don't believe in absolute truth or the validity of the Bible without turning them off to the love of Jesus? Now, this question is great because every one of us is going to run into somebody that doesn't necessarily embrace absolute truth, that doesn't necessarily believe in the validity of the Bible. One of the things that's important to remember on this conversation level is that everyone in the human experience has a common need. Every one of us has an origin story. We all have a brokenness story. Things went wrong. These are the things that we complain about, and we all look to something to save us from the thing in this life that we think is wrong and broken. And every single person in humanity has their idea of a perfect world, of what their ideal situation is, what they will have, what they will be, what they will look like, what they will know, etc. I would say this: you need to look for the thing that they are seeking answers for, that they are seeking to find some repair in their life, some area of brokenness, evil, guilt, shame, etc. And look at what they're turning to save them from that. And if you can, show them that Jesus is the true and better Savior for the issues that they are going through. If it's anxiety, maybe it's understanding the power and love of God. If it's lust and passions and sexuality, maybe it's seeing that the purity of God was created for a purpose and that God created the sexual experience for something that is so massive, and it has to speak to not just procreation, but intimacy and pleasure and connectedness with another human being. So depending on where they are and what their issues are, there's a couple videos, I'll link them down below, that you can look at to learn more about how to speak the good news of Jesus into the midst of somebody's life. Now, as far as relativism, since there are many people who say there is no truth, or what's true for you is true for you, what's true for me is true for me, I would just simply ask them if that's a true statement. I really would encourage you to get them to think about their own statements and ask them, are they truth claims in and of themselves? Relativism, moral relativism specifically, is one of the most self-defeating worldviews that exists, because you can't say with any certainty that there is no truth, or that what's true for you is true for you and what's true for me is true for me. It's very experiential. There is a very big difference between morality as an absolute truth and moral relativism. One says something is good and right and pure and true because it is, because there is a standard to which we are accountable. The other says, I do whatever feels good, feels right, feels pure to me. And that's where we can get into some very difficult and slippery situations. So I hope that helps. Look forward to hearing your response or any follow-up questions. Have a great day. Peace.